emergency podcast broadcast. Station exx47 operating at a frequency of 162.40 megahertz. Programming originates from Brandon's Garage in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. You're listening to exx47 Radio.
All right. Oh, man. Let's see how this goes. I'm going to try to keep it raw and uncut for the most part. Sorry for the banging in the background. A little windy today. They're also doing a lot of construction down here. I might move the camera around and show y'all later. Put that up now. Might not. Yeah, they've just been doing a bunch of bullshit to the building that we live in. It's the man, we're about to move. It's in the stockyards. I'm trying not to completely give away my address. This chair's fucked up. There we go. Oh. I might have to fix this bitch in a minute. Anyways, it is. I'm gonna fix it now. Sorry, it's 1:20 in the morning. Friday the 28th. The day this will come out. Morning of, I should say. Oh well. I think that's as good as this is gonna get. I'll lean on this side. Bro, there have been some fat ass planes going by. Can y'all hear that? Shit. Anyways, 'tis, like I said, Friday morning, early morning. First order of business. Like I said, I don't know how long this podcast is going to be because I have nobody to rip with, if you haven't noticed. Again, not why I didn't include Johnny Boy in the naming of the podcast. He didn't necessarily have any suggestions, any valid ones, any good ones, I should say. But I lead to that because we're 3 episodes in, and he's gone. Typical. Had a whole month, and he's gone. Oh well. He is sick though. Granted, he did get sick 3 days ago, 4 days ago. So we had all month to film. You know what I mean? He's gonna go, I was sick. You rat bastard, how could you? We had all month, dog. Anyways, hopefully he's here for part 4. Hopefully I'm here, aka we, the podcast, me, John, whoever, is in this building for the next podcast. We do have to leave soon, but maybe we'll be able to squeeze one more in. I had to completely set up the set before I started filming. The people who were doing work down here, they haven't done anything over here or needed the table or the chair or anything, but they just completely spread everything out. So I mean, not like it matters, but they tore up the set, dog. They didn't want nobody loitering down here. They said, I don't want you down here Friday night at 1 a.m. talking to yourself. It's probably doing me a favor now that I think about it. Should have left well enough alone. Anyways. Yeah, John's gone. Hopefully he's back for next week. Let me see. I had a few items on the discussion for this week's discussion for this week's podcast. You know, not a script, but a few items for discussion. Since I'm all by my lonesome. Will be a double upload. So whenever this is going live, if it goes live, it's going live. Fuck it. I will have a new stand-up going live as well. So y'all can go and check that out as well. Let me know what you think. I was going to talk about just doing stand-up because I filmed that Tuesday. It is Friday. So it's the 28th today. What was Tuesday? Tuesday was the 25th. And man, from like waking up the 24th all the way up until I go up on stage, I get so nervous. It's like I'm excited and I want to do it and I know what I'm doing and I know what, like, not like I know what I'm doing, but like I have my stuff memorized. I got everything set up. And then I don't know, not like I get in my head, but it's just like my heart just be pounding. Like, it was crazy. I even was like, no caffeine, no nothing to fuck me up. Or not even to fuck me up, just to like give me the jitters. You know what I mean? And I still had the jitters. So, I don't know. I just be getting so nervous. But as soon as I go up there, for the most part, it's fine. If you do watch, I do get a little, I don't know if you can tell in the video. I do remember I had to steady my hands a few times. You know, I get a little shaky. But, it is funny. Sometimes when I am at the comedy club, I like to play a little game. And it's, who's nervous, who's going through withdrawals, based on how shaky some of the fellas up there are. Because, man, there be some alcoholics and who knows what else at the comedy club sometimes. But God bless them. God bless them. God bless them all. Hope to have some of them on sometime. If I knew any of them any better, I'd have one on now. Another big ass plane going by. I hope it's not fucking up the recording, but I also don't want to talk a lot while there's a giant ass plane going overhead, you know? Anyways, I think the stand-up did pretty good. Man, I'm still like, again, not nervous, but like, I just feel kind of dumb posting stuff on Instagram, like reels, not necessarily of stand-up, but like, man, it's rough getting yourself out there. You know what I mean? It's just like, I know it's kind of cringe, but it's fun. You know what I mean? It's no harm. It's fun. But yeah, stand-up's been a lot of fun. Man, some of these people, you know, they don't have a ton of like online following, and they'll be like booking hella shows. Not hella shows, but like for Oklahoma hella shows. And I know maybe I'm not at that level yet, but I'm like, how do y'all, is it just kind of like a who knows who type situation? You know what I mean? I really don't know. But yeah, circle I'd like to get into. Seems fun. This board banging over here. Yeah, comedy was fun. Had a good night. That's another thing. The one time I drank before, and I say drink, not like I was drunk. Like I had like 2 whiskeys, I think, before. And man, I fucked up. I finished my shit. You go up for 4 minutes. I finished in like 2 minutes. I skipped over like a whole bunch of shit. Fucked up a whole bunch of things, but it could have been a lot worse. That was a while ago, though. That was like probably a year ago at this point. So that's something. Don't know when I'm going up for next month yet. They should be sending out the list soon, but should be fun. Should be interesting. Stay tuned. Let me see what else I got to talk about. Yeah, and man, as I'm, having to look for a new place to move, it sucks because it's either like get a nice apartment or a shitty house. Or a nice house and like Moore or Norman. And I don't know about you. I don't like Moore or Norman. I don't like most of Oklahoma, but it is what it is. That's also kind of led me thinking. I went to Colorado recently. That's another thing. Might be posting some Colorado videos. Haven't even touched any of that footage yet. Honestly, just kind of getting over being a little sick myself. Not as sick as old Johnny Boy right now, apparently. I called him earlier. He sounded like he was dying. But Godspeed. Power to him. Send your loves and kisses to John in the comments. If anybody's actually watching this far, leave an I love you, John, in the comments. What the fuck was I talking about? My bad. Let me run that back. Oh yeah, moving. Yeah, it's just frustrating finding like a decent place. Not like a decent place, but also a place that you feel somewhat safe at, or that's just not, again, a total shithole. Man, we probably looked at like 10 different places, and like there's a few decent options, but again, it's either like hella south side or fucking. Bro, we went to one place. It had like half a basement in the crawl space. It looked like I don't want to say it, but it looked like a something dungeon. You know what I mean? It looked like a lot of no good Diddy parties been going on down there. It was pretty sus. And again, I'm not even trying to be picky. I mean like structurally unsound places. And if you're renting, it's like I'm not trying to like fix this bitch up because one, I probably have to ask, and two, if I'm gonna be gone in a year, what the fuck's the point? So it's just like, yeah. Got a few interviews coming up though. Could be worse. But I was also going to say, my God, I've been jumping around. Brought up Colorado for no reason. I brought up Colorado for a reason earlier. I apologize. The reason I was talking about Colorado, as I was traveling, I'm thinking to myself, it'd be fine and dandy to move here. I got time. No rush, I guess. Bro, it sounds treacherous outside. But yeah, just like no rush. And I don't really want to move far from like OKC downtown area. Just because one, it's not super expensive. And two, well, mainly family, obviously. But two, there's a comedy club. There's a few things to do. So it could be worse. But like yeah, considered like compared to living in Moore or like fucking Choctaw or Ada or some shit like that, like nah. Anyways, what else do I gotta talk about? Oh yeah, my bad, let me get a little sipsky. Gotta wet my whistle. Been doing a lot of talking. I don't think I've talked this much all day. Not really a big talker. You know what I mean? Too that like that's what kind of stinks at the comedy club. Most of these motherfuckers kind of know each other. Like they don't all hang out, but like they kind of hang out in groups of 2, 3, 4, and then kind of all mix and mingle sometimes. But on top of being young, I'm really bad at initiating conversations and keeping them going, and just not kind of seeming like disingenuine, kind of, I guess. I don't know. I don't know if it's all in my head or if I just overthink it or what, but it's just like, I mean, not like they're a bunch of social savants themselves, but you think it wouldn't be that difficult, you know. But I'm gonna keep reaching out, keep dapping people up, keep smoking joints with random people in the parking lot. Building relationships, making connections. Man, I'm really just kind of rambling. I wonder how hard it is to put this on iTunes. Shit, that's not even a thing anymore. To just Apple Podcast on Apple, Spotify, and the such. I bet at least another. I bet we'd get hella traction from that. Hella. Man, I did kind of have a video idea off script. I didn't write this down. I've really appreciated, to get more into the YouTube side of things. Throughout the years, I've really appreciated iDubbbz's content. It's not to get into it super much, but he suffered some controversy. I think unfair controversy throughout his career. And I thought maybe making a video on how not that he's not such a bad guy, but more specifically, I was thinking, he had 3 or 4 documentaries that he made, like documentaries, kind of video essay type pieces. And at least to me, and I haven't really like seen many other people talk about this, but Dax Flame, Sam Hyde, and Airsoft Fatty, all 3 had a tremendous increase in growth and popularity and relevance after those pieces, while iDubbbz maintains not being super popular at the moment. But everybody he puts on, at least in the moment, rises above maybe the numbers he's doing at the moment. And I know this is kind of like speculation. I mean all this as a positive. I watch their podcasts. I watch all of his videos. I've been watching his videos. I like them all. I've watched almost all the podcasts. I think I haven't watched the last like 1 or 2, but I've watched every single other one. Big fan, like I said. Ian and Anissa. And Dane. And again, I say all this as a positive. And I know that the people he's making documentaries about have had established careers. But I just do think it's kind of interesting that he can kind of like put some, like, I mean, he's fucking 3 for 3 or 4 for 4 for putting people on or like giving them a boost in career. And I think main example, Dax Flame, the whole point of the video, he was working at a damn ice cream shop. And then I just listened to a Bad Friends podcast earlier with Anthony Santino and Bobby Lee, and he was a guest. That wouldn't have happened a few years ago. And you could dare say it's all because of Ian. It's kind of my point. Anyways, let me see what else I got on the docket. Oh yeah, other than just making friends or just trying to like fit in at the comedy club, I did think, other than open mics and new talent night that they do twice a week, basically same thing. I thought it'd be fun if maybe like they got everybody together to just like open up the club, to not even perform or like do anything necessarily, but to just kind of hang out so we can all get to know each other a little bit better. Because I only say that, it's not like I'm the odd kitten out. Like, I feel like a lot of people would benefit from just kind of getting together, specifically for the point of getting together, because people, they'll show up to the comedy club, doors open at 6, show starts at 7. But most people be rolling at about 6:30, get the drink, and then head into the room. Kind of say what's up to a few people, which like isn't a bad thing, but it's just like, and if you're anything like me, you're shaking in your boots, you're pissing, you're setting up the camera, you're going through your comedy, you're going through your notes, you're getting prepared. So you're not necessarily like in 100% social mood, you know? Um, yeah, I don't know. I just think it could be fun. And even not to just like open up the comedy club free range, like, here, well, who just wants to meet up and do nothing? I don't know. Maybe we could like meet at a bar or a restaurant, or just like, they have a kitchen. We could like $5, have dinner too, or some shit, have a hot dog. Comedy with the boys and a hot dog. But, or like, I know this is kind of stretching, but like maybe even do like some community events, like do something with the homeless, or like go to the food shelter, or again, just like not for the purpose of good press, but like it can't hurt, you know what I mean? Like if they want to sponsor something, like they could be like, hey, our comics are involved in the community. It's like, I don't know. I think there's worse ideas. There's a lot worse ideas. Man, I wish I had my camera. I might start bringing my camera even when I'm not performing. The few weeks ago, I think it was right before we left for Colorado, we went and man, this herd of lesbians came in, and I don't mean that to be negative. They were a proud group of lesbians, and they all showed up for one les. What's this? I guess it's a single sense of the verb, the noun, I guess. A lesbo to a lesbian to a pack of shit. I don't know. Maybe I should just stop. Should probably just stop. I'm sorry. Again, it's almost 2 a.m, so bear with me. Again, I only say all this because they were hooping and hollering. And it was weird. People kind of went up and gave them the benefit of the doubt. They kind of did some more liberal, left-leaning jokes to maybe go get some, let's be honest, positive reinforcement from the large group of scissoring women. And turns out they were all Trumpers, Trump supporters, trumpets, which is fine, but just not very typical. Not to mention in a very large group. I mean, there was probably 13 lesbians. There's probably 18 lesbians in all of Oklahoma. So the fact they were rolling that deep was just impressive. Or maybe not deep, I should say. Maybe I don't know, man. It was funny too. They all looked like damn truckers. They all looked like big ass middle schoolers. They all had the kind of like cliche haircut. They all looked very cliche. That was another thing. Like people were really like reaching for the low hanging fruit because they were all low hanging with their fruit. So yeah, they were kind of easy targets, but man, they were clapping back, being loud. And I only say all this because the one lesbian that they all showed up for, who went on stage, I'll just call her a woman. Well, that's another thing. I don't know if they all identify as women. They were so interesting looking. They were all there for a person, and the person, you get 4 minutes. She was up there for like 7. They turned off the fucking lights to the whole bitch. They were flashing, shaking the light, flickering the lights, trying to get this bitch off stage. And she was so drunk and had, if you get 13 people to come to open mic for you, you've got 90% of the audience. Like, you maybe got 6 other couples there. And especially if y'all lesbians and shit, or whatever, thems, you got free range. It's going to take a lot to get you off that stage. And it did. We basically just had to let her fucking finish in the dark. Which is probably how most of them finished their night, you know what I'm saying? Finishing in the dark. Because, I don't know about you, but I'd keep the lights off for 12 out of 13 of them. That adds up. But, again, I'm not hating. But I don't think they were representing very strong. You know what I mean? As I was leaving, I was like, man, you know how fucking weird it'd be if I showed up with 13 fat white dudes with curly hair? That, like, I'm not saying, like, weird because they all looked like each other, but, like, how you only hang out with, like, other lesbians, like, that many? I don't hang out with that many anything. Basketball players don't have 13 people deep half the time. And that's a whole team. You're signing up and paying, or, like, I don't know. I just thought it was crazy. The numbers they had, man. They were they were practically Division II softball team in there. Built like it too. I don't know, man. It was crazy. It was an interesting night. Yeah, I don't know if I'd want. Oh yeah, I haven't seen him since either. So I think she got banned for a minute. I know you get at least a 2-month minimum for going over your time, so I can only imagine how long she's going to be off the docket for that. I've been saying docket like twice. I don't even know. Again, it's getting late. I need to start wrapping this up. I wasn't trying to make this very long. Not not trying to, but I can only say so much. You know what I mean? So thank you if you made it this far. I just wrote down homeless. Oh, I know what I was going to say. Not only is there many homeless, I was thinking maybe this is a good idea. I was thinking maybe writing like a short comedy special, 5, 6, 7, 10 minutes, and filming it, but instead of being like podcast format, me just standing in front of the wall or something, saying jokes to nobody, getting no reaction. I thought, what if I say 10, 13, 14, 15 jokes to some homeless people around town, stitch it together, make it a coherent special, put it on YouTube. I think there's been worse things put on the internet. And again, I think the homeless could use a good laugh. In theory, I'd like to maybe bring them a sandwich or something while I do it, but I'm not made of money. Do want to help the community in that way though? Shit, maybe if we get a sponsor soon, I'm gonna start calling up some people. Maybe I'll make that part of the deal. You sponsor, give me $5-10. I'll go feed. That's all going to the homeless. I'll do it. Oh, what else? What else? Man. Yeah, today is Friday. Need to get some sleep. Wake up. Again, I was thinking I need to post these shorts. I'll probably test it on Instagram or whatever. That's a nice feature. It'll show it to people, but not your followers. See how it does. It's not like I have a problem showing it to my followers, but it's just like when that's all it's being shown to at the end of the day, it's like I wouldn't have posted it because I know my 6 friends. I'll just send it to them. I don't need to, you know what I mean? I'm posting it to try to get it as a little exposure. I'm not expecting thousands, but like more than just my immediate following, you know. But Man, I kind of want a fish fillet. Might have to go get one of them tomorrow. Do like a good fish fillet. Culinary graduate, you've heard it here first. Decent piece of fish for not a decent price. That bitch is a little pricey, but it is tasty. And man, they got the double. If you haven't had the double, it's not like I don't always get the double, but it is it's a lot of fish, and it is tasty. A lot of food's not as like, and to me, it's like how honestly processed something is. Because like people, some things are way more processed than you may think, and like to me, it's all about like the little things. Like to me, it's like I'm way more concerned about physical contaminants and like microplastics currently than I am about like, what am I trying to say? Not nutrition, but like the little things you can't control. If we're talking about like the little things you can't control, if we're talking about food, like I'm way more concerned about these damn planes flying overhead. No, but about like microplastics and things like that. Just because I don't think people realize that the smallest little flick of your knife can, send shards of shit into whatever it is you're doing. So yeah, enough about fish fillets and as tasty as they are. Um, I've been thinking about not coaching, but I've been wanting to train my little brother more on some basketball. I even thought about maybe having him on a podcast or two, talking some sports. I think it'd be very interesting. Delightful young man, almost 13 years old. Don't want to say his name since he's a child, and I don't want to put him out on the internet, but you know who you are. You little curly-headed boy. Boy. Anyways, I love you, dude. Kiss from your brother. Kiss from my other brother, too. But yeah, be fun to have him on, talk sports. And I say train. I don't know much about basketball, and especially one-on-one techniques, and especially on like telling somebody how to do one-on-one techniques. But he's 13. Can't be that difficult. I play a lot of 2K. I might read a book, watch some videos. I've done a lot of sports in general. I'm like, I can make them sweat. I can make them run. I can have him do sprints. I know I can physically get him fitter. I don't know about basketball technique though, but I'm willing to try because man, he's got a lot of potential. A lot of potential. He be balling. I wish I had my shirt on. I wore it to stand up though. If you're watching this and watching my stand up that's coming out at the same time, I'm wearing a ballin' ass shirt that he made me. Literally. It's got the NBA logo he drew. It's cool. It's radical, if you will. Man, I think I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up. It's getting late. It was already late. It's extra late. I gotta move all this shit back so when they come down here tomorrow, they're not like, "What the fuck? Who's been down here?" So yeah, appreciate it. exx47 podcast. Be sure to follow, like, subscribe, leave a comment, share with your friends. Fucking make fun of me if you want. I don't give a shit. It's all Gucci and my hoochie. You know what I'm saying? Man. Yeah. Follow me on anything and everything at exx47. What else? Got more Let's Plays coming. Got more. Got a few ideas. I do want to drop a sketch this year. I know that's a long time, like window, but I do want to try to do like a sketch or something like that, something kind of fun. I would, kind of needing some resources for that. Because it's interesting. It's like, once you really think about it, you're like, how is this possible? So, but yeah. Other than that, hopefully we have John here next time. Hopefully we're at the set next time. Otherwise, might be at Thunder Vapor. We might have to film back there. Uh, might be in like some random garage. Another random garage. Might be in a random bedroom for all we know. But yeah, hopefully we're here. Hopefully we can get John here soon, alive and well. He should be fine. But anyways, appreciate it, guys. Thanks for watching. Just realized I've been like mean mugging the camera this whole time. I haven't really smiled. So anyways, appreciate it, guys. Thank you for watching. And yeah, that should be it. Thank you.